All right, working on this Chevy Venture, doing an AC system. We had it open and we went ahead and closed everything up. We got it resealed. Lines are on it for the vacuum. And we're going to use physics to get this extremely cold. We're going to get this colder than most other shops can. And how is that? How is it that we can get this colder? And in the automotive industry, even when I first got in, the tech told me, well, we've got a vacuum here. It shows 30 inches of vacuum, and that's all you can get. Can't go past 30 inches of vacuum, so we're good to go. We do that for 15-20 minutes. We recharge the system and send them on their way. Customers don't want to wait. We want to get the cars in and out. Time is money, so that's what they do. And they charge the system, and it seems okay. It'll work that way. There's no problem. But if you want to go beyond, if you want to get this thing really, really cold, if you want this thing to last longer, you're going to have to vacuum this down for 2 or 3 hours. And here's why. Beyond this 30 inches of vacuum, and now this is something that they teach you in HVAC school when you start learning AC and heating for homes. They give you real expensive machines that show microns, and this one does not show microns. It's a much smaller system, and no tech's going to sit here for 3 hours vacuuming a car down before they charge it. However, if you're doing this yourself and you vacuum this down for 3 hours, since the system was open, there's things in here that have to be evacuated out, and they take time. Oxygen, nitrogen, moisture that's in there, there's viruses in the air, dust particles that can get in there, and all that can come out through a vacuum, but it takes time. It's going to take 2 or 3 hours. Since we're on a vacuum here, if we just vacuum down for 15 minutes and measured the microns, we might be at 5,000 microns. If I vacuum this down for an hour, it might come down all the way down to maybe 1,500 microns. If I vacuum down for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, we might be below 1,000 microns. And in order to get moisture out of a system, you have to be below 1,000 microns. When I do home ACs, I vacuum down to about 200 or 300 microns. An AC system on a home once, it took me 2 days of vacuuming that system down to get those microns down far enough to charge the system. And then you can get into other things like triple evacs and stuff like that. But for the automotive part of this, if you want this thing really, really cold, don't vacuum down for just 10-15 minutes. Vacuum this thing down for 2 or 3 hours if you've got the time to do it. This system will be much colder. It's going to last a lot longer because you're not going to have all that stuff in there running through the compressor. It's not going to be eating up the seals. Just another little bit of information for you is if you leave that stuff in there and it's going through that system, eventually it creates acid, and that acid will wear through parts and cause a lot of premature wear in your system. So vacuum down for 2-3 hours and try it. You'll notice that your system will get colder faster. It's going to last longer and be a much better system for you overall. So that's the tech tip of the day. If you liked the video, go ahead and subscribe. We've got more to come.